Welcome to episode 3 of the WWE 2K23 My GM mode for Beetlejuice as you watch Beetlejuice go toe to toe with up, down, Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze. Last episode was a little bit sloppy with all the mistakes. I had to correct a mistake from 7 months ago. But here you can see all the women's champions we had for Raw for 2K22. How will this look when it comes to the Women's SmackDown Championship? But don't forget,
subscribe to the Gaming Time YouTube channel.
It's recap time. We have our Universal Champion Bret Hart. One hell of an episode. 3 wins, 2 losses, and straight away wins the Universal Championship against Logan Paul. After the first episode, Bayley was 0-3. Last episode, she went 1-1, but her one win was the most important as she wins the Women's SmackDown Championship, now 1-4. Bayley just wins. She wins championships, she wins awards in these MyGM modes. We have the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He is completing the story as he started off Intercontinental Champion, lost it, but he has reclaimed the title that is his. 3-4, two-time Intercontinental Champion. Similar to Bret Hart, The Undertaker comes in, has his first couple of matches last episode, goes 2-0, wins the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. They call him Super Cena for a reason. John Cena, he is currently 3-3, but two-time Universal Champion, one-time SmackDown Tag Champ, and one-time MVP. This is the fastest we've had anyone win all 3 of the awards, which not completely all the awards possible anymore, because he needs an Intercontinental Championship. We have Asuka, who was 5-1, most of her wins coming from tag team, but who can stop Asuka, our one-time tag champion? Then we have Asuka's tag team partner, Natalya, 5-4. She did not have a good last episode. Episode 1 was amazing. Episode 2, no. Wins MVP, though. One-time tag champ. We have Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style, at 3-2. One-time Intercontinental Champion. Can he win back the title? We have The Miz, who started off 1-0, but then slowly lost and won. Lost the tag title, but he's now 3-2. One-time tag champion. We have the Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin at 4-3. Raquel Rodriguez comes in from NXT. She's now 1-0. The EST of Beetlejuice My GMO, Bianca Belair, lost her title to Bayley. She's now 3-3, one-time women's champion. We have Logan Paul at 3-4, two-time Universal Champion, one-time MVP. Will he win back the title from Bret Hart? We have Hollywood Hulk Hogan at 1-3, one-time tag champ, went 0-3 last episode. We have Shayna Baszler, who last episode got her revenge on Natalya after Natalya beat her up and got multiple wins. Now she gets all those wins back, basically. We have Gigi, who started off 1-0, but is now 1-2. We have the glorious Robert Roode, who has the most losses of anyone on our roster at 3-6. Then we have Lita at 1-4, same record as Bayley. The difference is no championships for Lita, which Lita's gone now. It's your favorite time, the Slapnuts MVP of the week or episode or whatever you want to say. The male Slapnuts MVP is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart.
You're up against the best.
And as for the female Slapnuts MVP, it goes to Shayna Baszler. Last episode, Natalya got it from beating her. Now Shayna gets it from beating Natalya. It's a full circle.
The Queen of Spades is here.
Last episode, for the first time, we had to release a wrestler, so we let Lita walk because we ran out of money, but in free agency, she's right there. I love my wrestlers, so we bring Lita right back to SmackDown. We start off SmackDown, Bret Hart versus Logan Paul. No title this time. You see Bret got the 100 popularity. He wins in a great match. It's cheating. Him and Bayley get those 5 straight wins. Lita cuts a self-promo. She's back. Hogan versus Undertaker, one-on-one. Undertaker picks up the win in an okay match. The Miz cuts a promo. Then we have Raquel Rodriguez versus Gigi yet again. And this time Gigi gets her revenge. Beats Raquel one-on-one. It's an okay match. Our rivalries aren't going up. Asuka cuts a promo. We have Bayley versus Bianca. Natalya runs in. It doesn't matter. Bayley still wins. On to NXT, we have Aximum versus Mace, one-on-one in a tables match, and Mace picks up the win in a great match. Xavier Woods' comeback. Otis calls out Randy after losing his title. Cameron Grimes versus Carmelo Hayes, one-on-one, and Carmelo Hayes picks up the win, but it's a mediocre match. Shotzi cuts a promo. Then we have Dana Brooke versus Ronda Rousey. Io Sky runs in, helps Ronda Rousey pick up the win. They doing Dana versus Io? Io looking hot right now. MVP cuts a promo. Veer versus Brock. Backstage brawl for the title, and Brock wins back the NXT Championship. On to Raw, we have a Hell in a Cell opener between Drew Gulak and Edge. Tyler Breeze loves this rivalry, and it's been going well, as you can see in an amazing match. Charlotte Flair cuts a self-promo. Mansoor versus Braun Strowman. Braun moves on from Finn, and he picks up a win. Needed it after all those losses Finn gave him. Kaden Carter cuts a promo. Nikki ASH versus Rhea Ripley, one-on-one. Rhea Ripley picks up the win against Nikki. It's just Rhea Ripley. Then you have Karen Compactor Charity. Then we have Eric, U.S. champion, versus Finn, the double champ, and Finn picks up the win, defending his title. And then we have Finn Balor carrying Raw.
Love that shit.
Then we have Hulk Hogan hitting us up, telling us his contract's running up, and we're really struggling re-signing all these legends. I just think it's time we just stop signing them, try to build some money. That's what we did season 2 of Raw, we just built up money. We tried to get Hogan to take a pay cut, and, he's a bad guy for a reason. He said no. Cena said he wants a match against The Miz. You say you got it, Cena. Why did I say you? Beetlejuice says yes. Bayley wants a match against Natalya. We continue the rivalry of Cody versus Shinsuke. It might not do well, but, face versus face. Yeah, disappointing, but, it's a rivalry, so we do what we got to do. Bret Hart does some advertising because we need that money after paying Hogan. Then we have a tag match. Raquel and Bianca try to team Lita up with Gigi, and Lita still can't pick up wins. Asuka, we need the money, like we said. We gave Cena his promise against The Miz, one-on-one. Cena wins against The Miz, starts a rivalry, so that's interesting to remember. Then we have Shayna Baszler, like we said, we need money. Bayley goes one-on-one against Natalya, picks up the win. I mean, Bayley, I can't let Bianca get all the losses. Molly Holly goes one-on-one against Io Sky in a TLC match, and Io Sky, like I said, one of the strongest wrestlers NXT has right now. No promos for Xavier Woods. He just doesn't like booking promos. Brock versus MVP in a tables match, that's just overkill as Brock picks up the win. No Randy Orton. We get Carmelo Hayes going against Otis, and Carmelo Hayes picks up the win. Mediocre match, though. Dana Brooke versus Carmella, Extreme Rules, and Dana Brooke picks up the win against Carmella after losing last week. On to Raw, Eric calls Braun Strowman, says, I need some help again, and this time they beat Finn and Del Toro. Continues the rivalry. Can they win those tag titles? Akira Tozawa calls out Rick Boogs. Charlotte Flair versus Kaden Carter, one-on-one. Kaden Carter picks up the win against Charlotte. Mansoor cuts a promo after losing to Braun. Rhea Ripley rematch against Nikki ASH. Can Nikki avenge herself? And she does. The hero picks up the win. And Tyler Breeze loves this rivalry. Edge versus Drew. And Drew picks up the win yet again against Edge. We are closer to the Hall of Fame. We pick up our first MyGM trophy. And Tyler Breeze is still at the top.
Fuck with me, you die!
Like we said, Triple H still angry. We're doing Shinsuke versus Cody. Two faces. But, we got the rivalry. We got to keep it going. Bianca's happy we let her team at Raquel Rodriguez. They won. Then we have Shayna Baszler, who also wants money from us. Everyone wants money. This is tough. We're getting robbed left and right, but we don't want to lose anyone. We love our wrestlers, so we give Shayna her money, which sucks. Since Brett has all that pop, we decide to let him rest. His stamina's low. We give Gigi and Lita another try, this time against the tag champs, and Lita just can't win any matches in tags, as Asuka and Natalya win. Austin cuts a promo. We have Cody versus Robert versus Shinsuke, triple threat. Cody wins. It does well when we implement Robert Roode, the heel helps. Shayna does a promo. We have Miz and Hogan versus Undertaker, Cena. No tag titles, so it doesn't matter. Cena and Undertaker still pick up the win, which, I can't wait for that. Cody Shinsuke rivalry then. Logan cut a promo. Bayley versus Bianca. We knew she was going to win. She gets those 5 win matches in a row. We have the Brock versus Veer, Monster versus Monster rivalry going, and Brock, I think, has Veer's number now. He figured out something, and he beats Veer again. MVP cuts a promo, a charity, Molly Holly versus Io Sky, and she picks up the win in an Extreme Rules match. She finally beat Io. Io, I don't think, lost at all. Shotzi cuts a promo. Then we have a tag title match. Aximum, Carmelo Hayes versus Mason Cameron Grimes. Mason Cameron Grimes win. Carmella calls out Dana after losing. Otis versus Randy. I thought Randy was the champ. I guess not. Otis picks up the win against Randy, defends his title in a great match. After being called out, Rick Boogs says TLC versus Akira Tozawa, and he picks up the win. How do you lose with a face like that? Then we have Cruz del Toro cutting a promo. Braun goes back to Mansoor saying, let me fight you again, buddy. Beats him again. Mansoor just gets no luck. Kaden Carter does some charity. women's tag title. I think this is the first time those titles were defended, and Charlotte and Karen beat Nikki and Becky. Becky, just stay away from Nikki. Finn calls out Eric. Edge versus Drew one-on-one. Hell in a Cell yet again. Edge picks up the win this time. Classic. Can Tyler get Finn with all the titles?
Think it's funny.
Right.
It's not fucking funny.
We have Bret Hart coming up to us saying he needs money. His contract's run out. We see Hogan there. He probably wants more money. Bret takes the pay cut, and like we said, Hogan's upset. We ask him for one little pay cut, and he demands even more. That's NWO Hogan. He just robbed us even more. Gigi wants a table match. Look at our budget. Our budget's so low. We really need that pay-per-view to give us money. We're going broke. We're going to have to release more wrestlers, aren't we? This is sad. We have Logan Paul versus Bret Hart yet again. Sorry, Logan, you're just going to have to take the L because Bret and Bayley, they just can't lose. Shayna does some advertising. We need money after Hogan robbed us. Hogan and The Miz versus Undertaker and Cena. But, hey, you know, we gave Hogan money. He picks up a win. Him and The Miz beat Cena and Undertaker. I think that's Undertaker's first loss. Austin gets us some money. Natalya versus Asuka. Natalya and Asuka versus Lita and Gigi. And finally, Lita picks up a tag win. Cody, he helps us. You know, it's his father's dream. Bayley yet again beats Bianca. It's just not fair. Monster versus Monster for the third time this episode. Veer loses to Brock yet again. Brock has his number now. Brock figured him out. Brought him to Suplex City. MVP does a promo. Mace versus Aximum. Aximum picks up the win against Mace. It's a good match. And then this is interesting. We have Carmelo Hayes teaming up with Randy after they both lost to Otis, but Otis picks up Cameron Grimes and they still beat Carmelo and Randy. Then we have Shotzi and Io versus Ronda and Carmella. Ronda helps Carmella pick up a win. We have Karen versus Kaden, the original rivalry. They go right back to it. Karen picks up the win in a great match. Karen's cooking right now, 90 pop. Cruz cuts a promo. They go back to Rick Boogs versus Akira Tozawa and Akira Tozawa. I messed up his name, I'm sorry. Picks up the win. Finn cuts a promo saying how he wants the U.S. title. He wants all the titles. Nikki and Becky lose yet again. This time to Charlotte and Rhea, which is very sad. Stay away from Nikki, Becky. Edge calls out Drew. Then we have Braun versus Mansoor, Extreme Rules, and Mansoor just can't get any luck. Tyler Breeze is really the GM that's conquering.
He ain't got no Mac for me.
And then this took me a while to understand, because this is like a new dialogue. This wasn't in 2K22, but Triple H comes up to Beetlejuice, tells him he got a trainer that can help, you know, relax some of our wrestlers. And he says we can relax Bianca and Natalya. They go, they don't get to wrestle, but they get their stamina back up. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, that sounds cool. But then I look and I'm like, oh, I have to spend money, don't I? $30K. And after all the money we spent on Legends, and the money the Legends are going to continue to want, that's just a no deal. Cody wants a match tonight in Charlotte. We got it. Logan wants Bret. He got it. We start off Extreme Rules with a tables match. Cody versus Shinsuke. No IC title on the line. Shinsuke picks up the win, ending the rivalry with an amazing match. That's all we can ask for. Stone Cold does some charity. Then we have Undertaker and Cena defending their tag titles against Hogan and The Miz. And they defend their tag titles. And a classic ending the rivalry. Ooh, if only that was our opener. Lita does some charity. And then we have Bret versus Logan Paul for the Universal title. But I think Bret still has his 5-win thing. It's a great match. So Logan didn't stand a chance. Shayna does some charity. Gigi versus Raquel. Tables match. Giving Gigi and Raquel some love. And Gigi picks up a win. She's on a streak going now. It's only an okay match, though. It's not the best. Asuka does some charity. We need fans. We want to pass Tyler. Bayley versus Bianca. Extreme Rules. Defends her title in a classic. That's what you love to see. Xavier Woods does Brock versus Veer yet again. Steel cage. This time Veer picks up the win. No title on the line. Amazing match to end the rivalry. Then Io Sky versus Carmella. I feel like that's just a random match. But Carmella, Ronda Rousey taught her how to win, but it is disappointing. Can Ronda Rousey... Wow, Ronda Rousey is the double champ. Wait, she just wrestled her tag team partner champion. Shotzi picked up one in a disappointing match. Another tag team partners wrestling. Cameron Grimes and Mace. It's disappointing. MVP versus Axima. What are these matches? These are the most random matches. And another disappointing. We have Karen Compactor versus Kaden Carter. Falls count anywhere. And Karen Compactor from jobber or working a normal job to just destroying your wrestling. Finn calls out Eric. They don't have Finn booked at all. Wow. Kira Tozawa versus Rick Boogs. Akira Tozawa picks up the win. Tyler Breeze is just picking up all these rivalries. He doesn't need his champs at all. Del Toro cuts a promo. Backstage brawl between Nikki and Rhea. Nikki's getting some wins, huh? An amazing match. Tyler Breeze is just hitting them all out the park. Mansoor cuts a promo. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. Backstage brawl. Becky, just stop hanging around with Nikki. She's making you lose. Edge versus Drew Gulak. Falls count anywhere to end the rivalry. And Edge picks up the win in a classic. Tyler is tough. What do we have to do to beat Tyler Breeze? We have Logan Paul coming up to us, asking for us to be in his corner, which I didn't realize I did that with The Undertaker. I had Logan Paul versus Undertaker and interfered. Speaking of Undertaker, he's a master of the mic. Did you guys know that?
Taking souls and digging holes.
After the pay-per-view, we get our shake-up cards. None of them are really impressive. We go for the power play, hoping to get something good. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time, and have a Beetlejuice day.